When you think of innovation, what comes to mind? Is it Steve Jobs unveiling the first iPhone? Tesla's groundbreaking electric vehicles? Or perhaps apps like TikTok and WhatsApp that have transformed how we live? Many believe innovation only happens when genius strikes. We tend to think of tech heroes like Jobs, Musk, and Zuckerberg. But today, I want to share a remarkable book, The 10 Types of Innovators, by Tom Kelly, General Manager of IDEO. This book will completely transform your understanding of innovation. IDEO isn't your typical company. In Silicon Valley, it stands alongside Google and Facebook. When President Obama wanted federal officials to learn about innovation, he selected just 3 companies, and IDEO was one of them. This choice was no coincidence. Why IDEO? Because they don't just innovate, they teach others how to innovate. You might be using IDEO's innovations daily without realizing it. They designed the first Apple mouse, that classic creation that changed human-computer interaction forever. They created the prototype for the world's first laptop computer, now preserved in New York's Museum of Modern Art. From smartphones to medical devices, from educational tools to retail experiences, IDEO's innovative footprint spans countless industries. Their client list includes giants like Samsung, Huawei, and China Mobile. What sets IDEO apart is their approach to innovation. They've transformed it from a mysterious flash of genius into a learnable craft. It's like the difference between a magician and a chef. A magician's performance amazes but can't be replicated, while a chef's culinary skills, though requiring talent, rely more on method and practice. Traditionally, we've focused on different innovation patterns. There's pioneering innovation, like Jobs creating the iPhone, completely redefining what a phone could be. There's incremental innovation, like Xiaomi and Huawei continuously improving smartphones, making high-end technology accessible to the masses. Sometimes it's combinatorial innovation, like WeChat integrating messaging, social platforms, and payment tools. Then there's disruptive innovation, like how Uber revolutionized the traditional taxi industry. But IDEO teaches us that the key to innovation isn't in the pattern. It's in the people. A successful innovation team needs 10 crucial roles, like a symphony requiring different instruments to create beautiful music. These 10 roles work in harmony, each contributing uniquely to drive innovation forward. Let's meet the first role, the anthropologist. They're like detectives, experts at discovering problems. When tasked with redesigning a hospital, while ordinary consultants might just distribute surveys, IDEO's anthropologists install cameras in hospital rooms for week-long observations and even send staff to pose as patients. Their findings are often surprising. Nurse cartwheels disturbing patient sleep, poorly designed light switches, visitors anxious about limited visiting hours. These detailed observations often become breakthrough points for improvement. The value of anthropologists lies in their ability to see problems we've become blind to through familiarity. At Apple, anthropologists study how users interact with products. Through such observations, they identified numerous pain points in traditional mobile phone operation, ultimately leading to the iPhone's revolutionary touchscreen design. The second role is the experimenter. While anthropologists excel at finding problems, experimenters are masters at solving them. They live by the motto, fail faster, succeed sooner. Think of James Dyson, who went through 5,127 failures before creating his successful vacuum cleaner. Tesla's early Model S prototypes endured countless crash tests before becoming one of the world's safest cars. Experimenters aren't afraid to show rough prototypes because they know each failure is progress. At IDEO, they have a saying, if you're not embarrassed by your first version, you've launched too late. This rapid trial and error spirit is crucial for sustained innovation. Next comes the cross-pollinator. These cross-disciplinary innovation masters have a unique ability to transplant solutions from one field to another. They're like skilled DJs, mixing different musical elements to create new styles. For instance, keyboard design was inspired by pianos, making typing more efficient. Elevators borrowed principles from amusement park rides. Gillette's razor and blades business model inspired Amazon's Kindle subscription service. Today's bike-sharing systems resulted from applying internet thinking to traditional bicycle rentals. IDEO has a knowledge wall filled with books from various fields, encouraging cross-disciplinary learning. They understand that innovation often occurs at the intersection of different domains. Interestingly, many tech companies now emulate this practice, setting up library corners to encourage broader reading among employees. The fourth role is the hurdler, the Ironman of the team. If innovation is a marathon, hurdlers are the runners who never give up. While others retreat from difficulties, they charge forward. In Tesla's early days, a team of hurdlers proved this spirit. When other automakers claimed electric cars couldn't exceed 200 miles of range, these hurdlers refused to accept that limitation. Through relentless testing and battery technology improvements, they eventually pushed the range beyond 300 miles. For hurdlers, there's no such thing as impossible, only not yet achieved. Here's a telling story. When IDEO was developing a medical device, they faced a common obstacle. Doctors were too busy for interviews. While others might have given up, their hurdlers devised an ingenious solution. They set up a free coffee station exclusively for doctors in the hospital cafeteria. While serving coffee, they gathered invaluable insights, ultimately developing a product that perfectly matched doctors' needs. The fifth role is the collaborator, the team's glue. If innovation is a symphony, collaborators are the conductors. A typical IDEO project team might include engineers, designers, psychologists, and anthropologists. The collaborators' challenge is making these multi-language experts communicate effectively. Consider the development of a children's educational product. Engineers focus on technical feasibility, designers care about aesthetics, psychologists consider cognitive development, and educators prioritize learning outcomes. Collaborators help find the sweet spot where all these perspectives converge. It's like creating a gourmet dish, getting the proportions of each ingredient just right. The sixth role is the director, our strategic master. Unlike collaborators who handle specific coordination, directors maintain the big picture. Think of Steven Spielberg making a movie. He doesn't operate the camera or apply makeup, but he ensures every scene serves the overall story. Innovation directors work similarly. Steve Jobs exemplified this role at Apple. He might not have coded or designed, but he knew exactly what products should be. His famous quote, "People don't know what they want until you show it to them," epitomizes the director's visionary perspective. The experience architect is our seventh role. They're not just nitpickers, they're the guardians of product quality. Without them, we might still be typing on T9 keyboards. Their obsession with details drives product evolution. When IDEO designed a robotic vacuum cleaner, their experience architects noticed something fascinating. People named their robots and talked to them. This insight led to more humanized design features, gentle notification sounds, and friendly appearances that made the robots feel like family members. The set designer, our eighth role, crafts innovation environments. Environment affects innovation more than we realize. Look at Google's offices. Slides, game rooms, and idea walls aren't just for fun. They're creativity catalysts. IDEO even changes office layouts based on project nature. When designing children's toys, they transform their office into a kindergarten. When developing fitness products, they install a gym corner. Set designers understand that environment shapes thinking, and thinking shapes innovation. The caregiver, our ninth role, bridges the company and users. In our digital age, it's easy to forget human needs, but caregivers keep people first. Starbucks' success largely stems from caregivers who transform each store into customers' third place. A touching example. While designing medical equipment, an IDEO caregiver noticed elderly patients struggling with digital displays. This observation led to a complete product line redesign with larger fonts and clearer interfaces, not just improving user experience, but potentially saving lives. Finally, we have the storyteller. In our information-saturated world, good stories matter more than ever. Great storytellers transform complex innovations into universally understood narratives. Tesla isn't just selling electric cars. They're telling a story about a sustainable future. Apple isn't just selling phones. They're sharing a vision of technology enriching lives. At IDEO, storytellers serve two purposes. Internally, they distill project lessons into collective wisdom. Externally, they package innovations into compelling narratives that help people embrace change. Innovation isn't a solo genius's game. It's a collaborative system. Like a blockbuster movie needing directors, writers, and actors, successful innovation requires diverse talents working together. People often play multiple roles, and that's the beauty of it. Interestingly, these roles aren't fixed. Today's experimenter might become tomorrow's storyteller. Yesterday's anthropologist might evolve into a director. This flexibility allows continuous growth and learning. Remember, innovation isn't a one-person show. It's a magnificent ensemble performance. In the rising tide of innovation, whether you're an observant anthropologist, a persistent hurdler, or a compassionate caregiver, there's a place for you. Because at its core, innovation is about bringing different talents together to create an awe-inspiring future. The key isn't finding which single role fits you best, but understanding how you can contribute your unique strengths to the innovation process. In today's rapidly evolving world, teams that embrace this diversity of roles and perspectives are the ones that consistently produce breakthrough innovations. Innovation isn't about waiting for lightning to strike. It's about creating an environment where lightning can strike repeatedly, predictably, and productively. That's the true genius of IDEO's approach, and that's what makes these 10 roles so vital to the future of innovation.